In the winter of 1959, deep in the northern Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers set out on a journey that would become one of the most disturbing and unexplained incidents in modern history. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group was skilled, well-prepared, and accustomed to harsh conditions. Their route passed through a remote terrain known to the local Mansi people as Kalat Sayakol, a name that translates to Mountain of the Dead. When the hikers failed to return on schedule, a search was launched, and what rescuers discovered would raise questions that remain unanswered to this day. The team's tent was found partially buried in snow, torn open from the inside, suggesting a sudden and desperate escape. Boots, coats, and essential supplies were left behind. Even though temperatures that night dropped below -30°C, footprints leading away from the tent showed that the hikers fled calmly at first, not running, but walking barefoot or in socks toward a nearby forest. There were no signs of struggle, no evidence of another group, and no clear reason for their abandonment of shelter. Over the following weeks, the bodies of the hikers were discovered in different locations. Some lay near a dying campfire, others were found between the forest and the tent, as if attempting to return. Months later, the remaining bodies were uncovered under deep snow in a ravine. The official investigation concluded that the hikers died from hypothermia and injuries caused by an overwhelming natural force. However, the details complicated this explanation. Several hikers had severe internal injuries without external wounds, similar to trauma from a high-impact event. One was missing her tongue, likely due to natural post-mortem processes, but the sight deeply unsettled investigators. Adding to the mystery were reports of strange orange lights seen in the sky that night by witnesses in nearby regions. Traces of radiation were found on some clothing. Though levels were not considered deadly, the Soviet authorities closed the case quickly. The files remained classified for decades, fueling speculation and fear. The area was sealed off, and families were left with grief but no clear answers. Over the years, theories have ranged from avalanches to secret military tests, infrasound-induced panic, and rare weather phenomena. In 2020, Russian officials reopened the case and officially concluded that a small slab avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent in confusion and darkness, leading to their deaths from exposure and injuries sustained during the escape. While this explanation is supported by modern simulations and terrain analysis, it does not fully erase the unease surrounding the event. The Dyatlov Pass incident endures not because of monsters or myths, but because it reveals how fragile human certainty becomes in extreme environments. In the silent cold of the Ural Mountains, something caused 9 intelligent, capable people to abandon safety and step into deadly darkness. Whether the cause was nature, fear, or a rare chain of events, the mountain keeps its secret, and sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones that truly happened.